Imagine opening a video with a line that makes your chest tighten. What if I told you you could make someone think about you all day? This isn't manipulation for cruelty's sake. It's persuasion for influence. The art of being unforgettable. Lean in. We lean in because the brain is a prediction machine. It craves patterns and rewards novelty. When you combine timeless strategic thinking with modern psychology, you get a shortcut to obsession. Centuries ago, Niccolò Machiavelli taught rulers how to command attention and loyalty. Today, we borrow the engine of those lessons and supercharge them with neuroscience and social dynamics. Think beyond tricks, think identity. You aren't just triggering attention. You are placing yourself into someone's mental model. Start with reframing. Present a version of you that fills a gap in their story. Maybe they're a risk-averse friend longing to be bolder. You don't sell danger, you sell permission. Maybe they're a creative who wants validation. You don't become their audience, you become their mirror. Create a moment. Camera tight on the eyes, a beat of silence, a line that contradicts the obvious. Contradiction fuels curiosity. Use scarcity not by pretending to be rare, but by being distinct. Be a specific kind of rare. Combine predictability with one unpredictable thing per interaction. This is the basic architecture behind obsession. Reliability that comforts, unpredictability that excites. Tone and pace matter. Speak with conviction, lower your pitch on the promise line, then soften for intimacy. Drop microtasks that live in the listener's mind. Ask one question they must answer silently. What's the one thing missing in your story? That tiny, unanswered question babysits attention and follows them out of the video into their day. Your goal at the outset: create a mental hook they can't ignore. Scarcity and mystery are twin engines. But beware, scarcity shouted from a fake countdown sounds like a car alarm, annoying and ignored. Real scarcity is contextual, the sense that something belongs in a narrower category than what's available. The quickest way to create this is to attach a narrative of transformation to what you offer. Instead of saying, limited time offer, say, I only help the people who are ready to change their mornings forever. That's selective. Mystery is the velvet rope that keeps curiosity alive. Give just enough. A glimpse of a method, one story that hints at a secret, a gesture that implies depth. The brain fills blanks with importance. Use micro-reveals. Drop a single vivid detail, then shift topic. When they come back to it later, their mind completes the story and feels ownership of the idea. Practical staging. Show a close-up of a text that reads, I changed my life in 30 days. Then cut to an ambiguous object in a drawer. A key, a burned note, implying a system without explaining it. Whisper emotional cost, not price. This works if you'll trade easy comfort for small, consistent discomfort. That imagined investment increases perceived value. Layer scarcity with selective generosity. Give a tiny useful item to the few who engage. It creates aspiration without panic. Mystery should reward effort, not bait and switch. Plan your payoff. A short worksheet, a tiny ritual, a low-effort community invite. Mystery without payoff becomes frustration. Use scarcity to narrow the field, mystery to increase stake, and a planned reveal to convert curiosity into commitment. Social proof and authority are psychological shortcuts the brain uses to avoid heavy thinking. People look to others to decide what matters. But you don't need millions of followers to deploy social proof. Use relatability. Stories about people like your viewer carry more weight than celebrity cameos because the viewer maps themselves onto those narratives. Show results, but frame them specifically. A testimonial that reads, I used to delete my drafts. Then I posted once and found a collaborator. Triggers mirror neurons differently than a generic, this worked for me. Specific before and after snapshots create believable causality and lower skepticism. Authority is subtle. Credentials help, but visible competence is more persuasive. Demonstrate a clear, concise skill live, a quick demonstration, a short proof, then pull back so the viewer imagines scaling it. Model the behavior of the person you want them to become. Micro-actions like how you edit a sentence, a daily ritual you repeat, or the cadence of your thinking become cues that viewers internalize. practical moves, show the messy middle, an email rejection, a misstep, then the small pivot that led to progress. Invite viewers to share tiny wins and spotlight them. Recognition turns passive viewers into stakeholders. Anchor authority in ritual. A short whiteboard sketch, a live edit, a check this moment. Authenticity plus competence equals trust, and trust accelerates obsession. Emotional triggers beat logic every single time. Obsession is fueled by feelings: awe, desire, envy, relief, nostalgia. Use them deliberately and ethically. Nostalgia creates a soft lens. Remember when things were simpler? Then contrast with the present and insert yourself as the bridge. Desire is stoked by identity. Don't sell a product, sell who they become after adopting it. Relief is a neurological sigh. Show the problem dissolving into that release. Envy can accelerate action, but wield it carefully. Make it point to attainable steps rather than humiliation. Design microdrama in every scene. Introduce a problem in 10 seconds, show a brief failed attempt, then hint at a solution. This 3-act microarc keeps people watching. Sound design is a secret weapon. Low tones for tension, a bright chime for micro wins, silence for intimacy. Visual language matters. Slow motion on a small victory, faster cuts for rising stakes. Faces sell emotion. Frame them so expressions read clearly. Use sensory language. Replace bland verbs with tactile words. You taste relief. You feel the knot loosen. Give immediate micro wins. A 30-second exercise, a sentence to repeat, a tiny ritual. Those small victories protect the viewer emotionally and build trust. And trust is the oxygen of obsession. Novelty and consistency are a paradoxical power couple. Novelty hooks attention. Consistency keeps people coming back. Your job is to be reliably surprising, build a comforting ritual, and then break it elegantly. Create a signature spine, a one-line opener, a 3-step framework you tweak, a recurring visual motif. Within that spine, improvise. Think of your channel like a jazz band. The rhythm section keeps the groove while the soloist improvises. Too much novelty with no pattern induces anxiety. Too much sameness breeds boredom. Design small, repeatable elements. A 7-word opener, a 3-finger gesture, a recurring graphic, or a seasonal theme like month of microhabits. Then vary the payoff, new examples, elevated stakes, updated formats. Use callbacks and inside references to reward longtime viewers. They love feeling in. Practical growth hack. Early in the video, ask a micro-commitment question. Type 1 word that describes your worst habit, then read responses later. That tiny public act increases psychological ownership and improves retention. Frame calls to action around identity. Instead of subscribe, say join the ones who chose to change. Membership language converts clicks into belonging, and belonging compounds into obsession. Presence and framing are the final polish that turns influence into obsession. Presence isn't just being seen. It's the felt sense that someone's attention is held with purpose. When you speak, imagine the viewer is the only person in the room. Use pauses to create space for them to think. Frame interactions with context. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this is for you. Tailored context sharpens relevance. Timing cues like 2 minutes or 1 secret create mental bookmarks that make content easier to remember and return to. Framing changes meaning. Teach frames that rewire interpretation. Mistakes become data. Loneliness becomes creative fuel. Rejection becomes selection. Give people a lens that helps them reinterpret setbacks. That lens ties their narrative to yours. Pair frames with habit stacking. Attach a 20-second anchor to morning coffee, a 60-second reframe to the commute. Provide micro-deliverables, a 30-second exercise, a 1-line journal prompt, a phrase to repeat, so small actions accumulate into felt progress. Measure impact. Track how often viewers report positive change versus confusion and iterate frames that backfire. Use low-friction, identity-linked asks. If you want to be the kind of person who acts, drop a star in the comments. That small social token builds belonging without coercion. Close with responsibility. Obsession can uplift or exploit. Choose to teach skills that give agency. End on a human detail, a tiny story of someone who changed through small, steady steps, and leave them with one clear, tiny action they can take right now.